How are you going to be doing?
We're going to have another bet.
It seems as if everyone that wins the toss bats.
Yeah, they do. It's wicket plays well in the first inning.
They're ready to go, and it looks as if WAQAR is going to take the first, is going to bowl the first over. He'll be trying to produce one of those deliveries he produced the other day that got rid of Sanat Jayasuriya. An absolute jaffer of a ball it was. He's doing a really good job as captain. He's bowling well too, and as a result, his Pakistan team is winning matches, and that's all you can ask for. New Zealand, on the other hand, will be desperately keen to chalk up a victory here today, and these two openers have done well for them. They need to do well again today, and one of them probably needs to kick on and make a big score.
New Zealand winning the toss and having no hesitation in batting first, and once again a typical Sharjah pitch, plenty of sheen to it. Now this sheen we didn't see in the first two games of the tournament. As a result of that, the spinners did come into play in the first two matches. As many as 17 wickets were taken by the spinners out of the 38 that fell. In the next two, just 8. And this looks a similar pitch to the pitches we've had in the last two games. So you can expect a high-scoring game once again. And hard work for the bowlers. WAQAR YOUNIS on his way. Chris Nevin, the man on strike. And runs on the board straight away. Boundary of the first ball.
What a way to start. Chris Nevin and Matthew Sinclair have been batting very well for New Zealand in this ARY Gold Cup so far. And what a shot. First delivery. A bit of swing there for WAQAR YOUNIS. It wasn't a half volley by any means, but still came on the front foot and punched it through the offside. As Ravi Shastri said, this pitch is always quite good for batting. That proves it.
Again, crash on the back foot. Magnificent fielding there. That ball was travelling. YOUNIS Khan was in the way. Good reflexes.
That's the second catcher. Originally at second slip, after the first delivery, WAQAR YOUNIS placed him just that short point. Saved 4 runs. You notice also, Ravi, as we were talking about WAQAR YOUNIS and the way he's handling his young cricketers. He has only given Sammy 6 overs in each game. Hasn't given him too much pressure, hasn't asked him to bowl at the death, which is very difficult, and you need a bit of experience to do that. But have a look at this freeze. Just as he's about to release the hand, the ball rather, you can see that the wrist isn't quite behind the ball, and you can see the angle of the wrist pushing the ball in towards the right-handed batsman.
That's firmly struck. Won't reach the boundary. No ball also signaled. That's heaved away on the onside. He's not quite timed it. There's a big gap between mid-on and square leg. They get 3 runs comfortably. 14 for no loss, New Zealand. Not quite getting the timing right. He was looking for the pull. Running between the wickets is good. Wait for that first run very quickly.
Again, Chris Nevin not wasting any time here at all, looking for every possible shot to score runs. They realize that they've got to get a lot. New Zealand, they got a pretty good score in their last game.
He's got a good range of shots, Chris Nevin. Improvising at times in the first 15. And she's not missed a ball at the cricket, wife of the Pakistan captain. That's excellent placement. Good work with the feet as well. Sinclair here getting into the act.
Excellent shot from Matthew Sinclair. use his feet, and it still wasn't a half volley when he got down the pitch. But because of the great nature of this surface, the ball coming on so nicely to the bat, he could afford to just play through the line.
Young fast bowler just testing out the batsman with a short delivery. Busy player, Chris Nevin. Doesn't really allow the bowler to settle down. He's constantly on the lookout for runs, looking out for the loose ball.
Still not timing it all that well, but runs for the shot. That's the main objective.
Slower delivery, and he went through with the shot there. He's just trying to deceive the batsman with a change of pace.
Can be a bit hot here in Sharjah, as you said, Robbie, and lots of the cameramen prefer to be in the shade. They're certainly not in the shade when it comes to the job that they do, though. Not too many cameramen around the world are better than these guys. Johnny up there.
RAZZAQ. Already 77 matches, over 100 wickets. Very talented all-rounder. They get the single. And a direct hit there was what was required for Pakistan. Then it might have been a close call.
I think he would have been out. Sinclair coming through there, but I don't think he would have made it. I think Sinclair thought it would definitely be a single after WAQAR YOUNIS misfielded. But have a look at this. He'd have been out. Out by some distance as well. Bat in the air, not the thing to do.
So RAZZAQ striking in his very first over, hitting the wicket of Sinclair. He was looking to play across the line once again. Pakistan have got their first wicket.
Most of the runs have been scored through the onside by these New Zealand openers. But it has now cost them a wicket. Matthew Sinclair looking to play that through the onside again. Less fielders on the onside, but pretty dangerous playing across the line like this. Hit the pad and then ricochet back onto the stumps. Good delivery, but he got a bit of help there, RAZZAQ. Would have been better off playing it straight than towards the square leg region. It's 38 for 1.
IQBAL is the new man out there for New Zealand. Sinclair, the first man to be dismissed.
Bowled off the pads by RAZZAQ. Bit of movement over the seam into the right-hander. You could see Sinclair there almost turning right around, looking to play that ball towards the square leg region. Certainly would have been better off playing a bit straighter, perhaps into the straight mid-wicket region.
Look for two here. And he'll have to hurry. Throw just a little wide. That allowed Bell to come back. .44 for 1. 7 overs have been bowled. RAZZAQ here continuing. He's bowled in. Second time he's stumps in 2 overs. New Zealand have lost their second wicket. And another player looking to play across the line. Right through him. Big gap between bat and pad. We mentioned he was always on the move as the bowler releases his hand. When that happens, you really don't know where your off stump is. RAZZAQ has hit it. 44 for 2. And the New Zealand captain. Big responsibility on his shoulders now. New Zealand have lost 2 wickets in a hurry. And to tell you more in the commentary box, Tony Gregg and Ramesh Raja.
Thank you, Ravi. Yes, it's all very well getting off to a good start in terms of run rate, and that's what they've done, 6.14, but at the expense of 2 wickets. And this is one of them. You can see here moving right across, trying to play it away on the onside, straight delivery, and it's no wonder his head went back there. So Bell out comprehensively bowled. You can see the big gap between bat and pad. RAZZAQ is the man who's done the damage, 2 for 6, his figures. This is WAQAR YOUNIS. Oh, good shot in the air, dead square, 1 bounced off 4. Well, Nevin's been trying to get that pull shot away. It's the first one he's really got away with some confidence.
That's right. I think he was probably waiting for that delivery from WAQAR YOUNIS, which would be just a little shot in the hand of the middle of the bat. That boundary also bringing up the 50 of New Zealand. Nicely timed, in control on that occasion. Clearing Shoaib Malik in the deep. Extremely good runs per over rate, 6.24. Nevin quickly on 30 of just 29 deliveries.
Oh, well played. That's a lovely shot. Nevin smashing that one through the offside field. On the up that time as well. Yes, well, they're certainly going after. I think what they've said to themselves, these Kiwis, look, we're not going to go and mess around out there and play defensive cricket. We've had enough of that over the years. We're going to really adopt a bit of a Sri Lanka type policy, if you like. Let's go out there and every now and again we'll click. And when we do that, we've got a good chance of winning. And I think that's a pretty good philosophy myself. We want to be a little bit careful of being too critical of batsmen getting out, trying to go for the runs. I think they're much better off playing like this. They'll enjoy their cricket more as well.
The wicket is absolutely in favour of that kind of a game plan.
6 men on the offside field. In the air, is it going to be caught? Maybe. Oh, he's missed it. Side on way down there. Just for a second, I thought he'd got it covered. He just started to tread water, as it were, which is normally an indication that he's got there. But he was perhaps a little premature in doing that one. Never quite got to it.
Well, the approach from Saeed Anwar was okay. He had to go backwards, so he had to move sideways, which he did, and in the end, just a little away from the ball. Always difficult, those catches. Struggling with a knee injury, Saeed, so probably that could well have hampered his movement.
Over the top, that's the way to play them. Yes, if you've got that one in your repertoire, then it's going to make a big difference. Not quite off the middle of the bat, so they'll have to settle for 2. That's good fielding. Oh, and nearly got the umpire. Umpire Hampshire there having to take evasive action.
WAQAR YOUNIS being punished here. Struggling in this over, WAQAR, not bowling with the same pace and fire. Also the length, a little up and down. In the slot and going through with the shot. FAISAL, IQBAL got after it very, very quickly, almost hit the umpire there. Narrow escape for Mr. John Hampshire.
A lot of support here from the Pakistan contingent, the hierarchy in particular. He's a pretty thoughtful administrator, Torki Azir. And we know that the lady in the pink there is Mrs. WAQAR YOUNIS, and in the foreground is Torki Azir's daughter. Into the gap. it's going to go. They'll get two, I think. They don't seem to be quite able to get it away forcefully enough to hit boundaries. Have a look at that for wonderful handwriting. So neat. And that's what you got to do, youngsters who want to be scorers. There is Hakeem Jaliwala. He's been scoring these matches for 18 years. He's done them all right from the word go. Emanates from Mumbai. Now lives in this neck of the woods. Oh, good shot. Right over the top. Oh, that's much better. Nevin really did get that one off the middle of the bat.
That was a beautiful shot. Sounded like a gunfire. Was allowed a little bit of width. On top of that one, very, very quickly. And maintaining an extremely good balance. Mohammad Sami just a little wide. Extension of the arms from the batsman. And the result, a boundary. 45 of 37. Extremely good strike rate as well.
And again, through the gap, 4 runs. Well, they may have lost a couple of wickets, but they're scoring some runs as well, and they're scoring them fast.
Well, the strategy seems to be very simple. If there is an opportunity, then they'll go after the bowling. And I think a lot of opportunity has been provided by most of the Pakistani bowlers. Mohammad Sami once again a little wide on that off stump, and also the length up there for the ball to be driven. Good execution once again from NEVIN, bringing a lot of joy to some of the New Zealand supporters here.
And that brings up his half century, so Nevin's done it in style today, no doubt about that. That's his 3rd half century in one-day international cricket. He's never scored 100. Perhaps this is going to be his day. This is only his 12th match. So it's a relatively young career. 5 fours in the half century, helping the New Zealanders get off to a good start here. In the air, will it be caught? Oh, yes, what a good catch. Well, I don't think he picked it up very early. Sami down there. Or is it FAISAL IQBAL? No, it's Sami. Sami down there, and he really did a good job of that. Very difficult. Looking straight into the sun he was. It dropped on him quite quickly, and I think I'm right in saying he picked it up inches off the ground.
Yes, very late in deciding where to fall. But NEVIN going with his rhythm. He is looking tremendous rhythm. Abdul Sami there just staying in his place and then realizing that the ball was going to drop short of him and inches away above the ground. That's a very, very good take. Had to really bend down to collect that one, and neatly done in the end by the youngster. Wonderful innings coming to an end from Chris NEVIN. New Zealand 79 for 3.
So the new batsman is Vincent.
RAZZAQ has been in tremendous touch. He's gone about doing a job here. How well he's done it for Pakistan. This ball just a little short in length. NEVIN going for that pull shot, played it in the air, hoping that the ball will fall short of Abdul Sami. That's a very clever shot from McMillan, really waiting for the ball and then cutting it very fine and late. This is Abdul Sami's catch. Safe hands, full of confidence, and there, making it count. Really had to go very low, but had the confidence really of taking it.
Huge blow for New Zealand. The captain, Craig McMillan, run out by direct hit.
Yes, I think the drinks break. You've seen it so many times in the past. After the drinks break, you lose a wicket. I really don't think there was a single there. McMillan was playing the ball and then just asking for the single. Took time in getting the breaks going. And Shoaib Malik is a good fielder. He came racing in, hit the stumps. And New Zealand in trouble now. 89 for 4.
The batsman is the left-hander, Jacob Oram. Coming off the pad.
Just over 250 would be what New Zealand would get at this current rate. Big shout for a catch. Yes, he's given.
For another important wicket. Saklan Mushtaq is looking very, very dangerous out there. It kept the batsman quiet, so batsman really had to do something to get out of the shackle. Flighted delivery once again from Saklan is bowled quite beautifully. Looking to work the ball away towards the onside. Thick inside edge. Pad, and then the ball going to the keeper, juggling it, finally controlling that one. Gone for 9 in New Zealand, 106 for 5.
The batsman Chris Harris has been known to get good scores in the latter half of the New Zealand innings. Has a long time to bat, all of 28 overs after this. That's a good shot though. Just might get to the boundary. It has. Well bowled, that was a beauty. In-swinging Yorker, right on mid-stump, and at good pace.
I think that was the secret behind this delivery. Very, very good pace. It had to be because it was pushed full length in the block hole, and Chris Harris didn't side it at all. Lovely delivery. Not many batsmen really can play that delivery with authority. Good swinging Yorker, on target, bang on middle and leg stump. What a delivery. So New Zealand lose another wicket, that of Chris Harris for 5, and they're now 112 for 6.
Kyle Mills making his debut for New Zealand. An easy catch. Well, you say easy, but they're never that easy when you're the bowler. Especially a fast bowler.
Well, the stage was set for Sammy there because his second spell has been very, very convincing. And he was looking extremely good. Importantly, getting his confidence back. And this showed them that delivery. A slow one, change of pace. And the batsman erring and very neatly held by Sammy. Once again, low down. Jacob Oram gone for 6, and New Zealand now in dire straits. 113 for 7.
The new batsman for New Zealand, BRADBURN. These guys, but also by the Sri Lankans. In the air, and they're holding that one up. Well, the umpire says not out. The batsman seemed unmoved. There was a very, very positive response from behind the stumps. Difficult if you're not sure about it, you've got to give the batsman the benefit of the doubt. Let's have a look.
Yes, you'll see why the fielders are disappointed, because there seemed to be a definite deflection. It's kissed the glove. It's gone to the keeper didn't get hold of it, and then a simple catch to the man at first look. But the umpire wasn't moved. So BRADBURN lives to fight another day.
Well, this is another angle for you. As it just goes past the glove, you can see why it was difficult to hear. Just a little thud there. 117 for 7. So he goes the batsman the benefit. Oh, that's close. Yes, he's got him. That's very well bowled.
There's no doubt that on that occasion, SINCLAIR, who came in nice and close, bowled it from wicket to wicket, was confident. As the batsman missed the ball, up he went, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, once again, a classic case of a player just not picking it, which way the ball is turning. Sear looking to play for the off-spinner. Foolish length delivery. He's missed it altogether. And that's plump. Up goes the finger. So the Pakistan spinners here at the moment having a ball. SINCLAIR picks up another wicket. 117 for 8.
WAQAR, the new batsman. There's Brooke WAQAR out there now. And he's having to face the music, which is coming in the form of SINCLAIR. He's got 5 balls to go in this over. This will challenge him. They've got a slip and a gully in position. Oh, well bowled. And well played too. He tossed that one up and it went the other way. It was a bit slower. BRADBURN very quick to adjust his shot.
Yes, where the batsman's done well here, he's not pushed his bat at the ball. He's waited on it a little while longer so he could read it off the pitch. This one goes the other way.
Oh, and that's the one that goes straight. Yes, he's got him again. That's great bowling. Well, SINCLAIR really has these New Zealanders in a spin. Lovely delivery.
Yes, that's beautiful bowling. Lovely flight. It was the delivery again that leaves the right-hander, but watch where it pitches. Perfect line for this delivery. Pitched on middle stump, straightened, the bat's through early, playing for the off-spin, and the ball catching the batsman right in front of the stumps. Another leg before decision going SINCLAIR's way. 120 for 9.
SINCLAIR is getting this ball to sometimes move away from the right-hander. He's the man of the moment, that's for sure. 3 for 16. He's just got rid of, got a wicket, and Tuffy's out there now. And off the mark. That's the end of the over. It's 120 for 9. And this will certainly be of much interest to Torquay Azir there on the right. He's flown in today, responsible for cricket in Pakistan. And team bowl, that's the end of that. Well, that's superb bowling by SINCLAIR. 4 for 17 in 7.2 overs. SINCLAIR bowling that delivery of his that no one's picked, and well, these New Zealanders are going to have to do some work on their playing of the off-spinners, especially the likes of this man. Mind you, Mullock caused some problems as well.
Again, excellent bowling. This time it's the off-spinner. Watch the angle here. He bowls it a little wider. That invites the batsman to cover drive. Foot nowhere near the pitch of the ball. Big gap between bat and pad. The ball sneaked through. A disappointing performance by New Zealand here. They've been bundled out in a one-day game in 31.3 overs for 127.
Simply brilliant in that area, Saidanga. Anything pushed wide outside the off stump. He gets on very, very heavily there. Actually moved quite easily and beautifully into that shot. That back leg stretching across to cover the length and line of that delivery, making sure that he plays it down.
That's a beautifully timed shot. Pakistan 8 without loss. McMillan, oh, he's got him. Saeed Anwar has been run out, so Craig McMillan, run out himself, has now returned the favour.
And that's a big wicket. Once again, top order Pakistani batsmen getting run out. We earlier saw Sharjah Afridi being run out. Saeed Anwar didn't respond to his call. And now this time, a misfield. Imran Nazir looking for the run. And Saeed Anwar had no chance to come back because it was already halfway down. Very good fielding by the New Zealand skipper, Macmillan. Bullseye there. Gone for 8 in Pakistan, 13 for 1.
Wonderful shot there from Imran Nazir. After having been involved in the mix-up that brought about Saeed Anwar's downfall, he's decided he better do something special to make up for that mistake.
Excellent cut shot. Rocking back and lovely placement there. Very good timing as well. YOUNIS Khan is the new batsman, number 3.
Then it looked as though Imran Nazir called yes.
That's right, and Saeed Anwar backing up. And a really long way away from the crease. One-handed pick-up and throw.
Catch it mid-on. Well, New Zealand, suddenly they smell a chance in this game. Mills having got a wicket. Imran Nazir should be very, very disappointed with that effort.
It's a pretty soft dismissal. Imran Nazir going through with the shot. A little bit of bottom hand. It wasn't a slow delivery, trying to work the ball away towards mid-wicket area. And straight into the safe hands of WAQAR. So he goes for 7 in Pakistan now, 17 for 2.
Fine shot by Inzamam. Lovely way to get off the mark. And an excellent chase from Matthew Bell.
Extremely good cricket from Matthew Bell because it was struck quite powerfully. Although didn't seem to hit it at all, but lovely timing from Inzamam, showing the full face of the bat. Matthew Bell really had to chase it vigorously and did well in the end.
They're all over the place. Taking his score to 10 now. There's anything short outside that off stump, and anything short will be pulled away as well. That's a good shot. Inzamam onto the back foot there, had all the time in the world to get rid of that one. Smashed it away. Walker's got off to a pretty ordinary start there, a couple of loose deliveries. Inzamam stuck into them.
That's a very worried look on his face.
Always hit that one, and one quite get to the boundary. One bounce for 4, though. They're letting things slip. They've done well so far. So I suppose they've decided, well, the time has come for them to try the spinner. But three bad balls to start with.
Just too short. That's a problem. Has too much time.
Into the gap. Running away down towards the boundary. Won't quite get there. Just 2. So this has been an extremely expensive over. Things have been going along pretty quietly so far in this Pakistan innings, apart of course from the 2 wickets that fell.
Midfielding again by Chris Harris.
Oh, he's had a go at that one, and yes, just over the top for 6. I think it just made it. Oh, he singled 4. Oh. I thought it just got there. It must have been just short.
Well, he's asking for a replay now. Not absolutely sure where it landed.
There's dead right, just short of the boundary there. It's in fact almost up against the boundary rope. Oh, lovely shot, straight down the ground for 4. Beautifully played. Well, Lindsay certainly starting to warm up.
Beautiful timing again from Inzamam. Full face of the bat. He played a few like that. He knows what it's like.
Yeah, Sonny likes it. He was not being here, but Sonny is. And what a proud little boy that little fellow would be, sitting next to the great man himself, watching the cricket. So earlier today, a disaster for New Zealand, 137. The change of innings normally taken at the end of an innings, but they were out so quickly that... oh, that's in the air. This probably will go all the way. Yes, it's the first 6 of the innings. Way over the top of the mid-wicket boundary. Well, he's tempted fate a bit with short deliveries. This is the length. You can see pretty short there, and it was appropriately pulled away to mid-wicket. That's set up, not bowled, just outside the line, I'd say. Pretty extended appeal there for ABDUR. I think there's a bit of frustration associated with that one.
We would love to see the bat in there. Doesn't really want him to be staying out there any longer. Just fractionally outside the line of off stump. Yes, Mr. Umpire, that's out. That's out. Are you sure?
There's WAQAR. That's well played. That wasn't a bad delivery at all, and he's managed to cut that away for 4. So a very good shot just behind square.
Passing the question, he's been given out by umpire Orchard. So Pakistan losing a wicket straight after the break. YOUNIS Khan is gone.
We've seen a few batsmen perish in that way today. A couple of New Zealanders batsmen lost their wickets going across the line, and YOUNIS Khan will also doing the same and run in front of the wickets there. Missing the line, and Jacob Owen striking very early after the break. Gone for 8, YOUNIS Khan in Pakistan, 67 for 3.
FAISAL IQBAL is the new batsman. Inzamam at the non-striker's end has now moved into the top position here in Sharjah. He and Syed Anwar are the only 2 players to have passed 2,000 at this venue.
YOQAR had to pay dearly strike rate against him, 233.3. Rose also went for 6.
That's his second 6, and that's a huge run. Well, he's already put one out of the stadium at the Pavilion end. And I think that one might have bounced on the roof and then gone out into the Sharjah club area. Anyhow, it's coming back, even if it has got a bit of snow on it.
This is really clubbed very hard by Inzamam. No spin there from BRADBURN, and Inzamam like really shooting him very harshly. He went a mile in the air. It's a huge hit.
in fine style.
Another tremendous effort, tremendous innings from Inzamam al-Haq. In different circumstances here today, although Pakistan had to chase a meager total, but they had lost wickets, and then Inzamam al-Haq came in to play that wonderful knock.
Once again, the timing is very good from Inzamam.
Gary Tuffy. Subtle touch. Just opened the face of the blade, had to miss that fielder point and went to the boundary. It's 8-4.
Great shot.
That's very classy from Inzamam. Exquisite timing and wonderful to watch. A real champion in action here. Fly to delivery from Bradburn, no spin whatsoever. That is the reason why Inzamam could go after it uninhibited.
Good footwork there from FAISAL. Got himself room to find the gap in the offside. Good batting. 24 needed by Pakistan, and Newzeland has just reduced that by 4.
That was beautifully played by Inzi. Played with a lot of authority, knew exactly the direction where it would end up, because as long as in place, made sure that it went as straight as possible. What a hit.
On 13, just 7 to get now. I don't think Inzi's going to take long to wrap this up. There's no one over the top of extra cover. And there's no one at fine leg either. That's nicely played. Flicks that away down to the fine leg boundary for 4. Consistency, that's the name of the game in this tournament for him. He's taken his responsibility very seriously and contributed every time.
Unfortunately run out, but Inzamam al-Haq has made sure that they got there quite comfortably. Just 25 overs and 2 balls, that's all it took. And this was the last of the many shots played by these Pakistani batsmen. Went a long way over the head of the man at mid-wicket.
Yes, FAISAL IQBAL got that one away right. Lovely shot right off the middle of the bat, and that's the forlorn look of the New Zealand captain. It's not been their day, but it's been a good day for Pakistan, and in particular for Inzamam al-Haq. He's having a fantastic tournament, playing very sensible cricket, and it looks a pretty settled bunch, this Pakistan outfit. They've got a lot of youngsters playing, and they're doing the job.
Well, match 5 in this ARY Gold Cup series has resulted in a comprehensive win for Pakistan over New Zealand. Firstly, I'd like to introduce the presentation party. From my right, we have Mr. Mohammed Reda Abbas, a member of the Emirates Cricket Board. Then we have Mr. Haji Abdul Razak, the chairman of the ARY group, and then Mr. V. Chandrasekhar, the regional head of information technology and systems, Middle East and South Asia for the Standard Chartered Bank. Firstly, I'd like to call upon the New Zealand captain, Craig McMillan. Bit disappointing, Craig?
Yeah, feeling was disappointing. You can't defend a total of 120. It's not nearly enough on a pitch like that.
I guess the positive was the way that Chris Nevin played very, very well.
Yeah, he plays very positive at the start for us, and he scored some good runs at the top of the order. And to be fair, all our starts and all the games have been pretty positive, and it's been through the middle that we've lost our way. So yeah, that was disappointing.
Can we get on air what you said when you got run out?
No, I think if you could look read, you probably hear what I said. It was a crucial stage, and it's disappointing to go out like that because we needed to strike up a partnership, and to lose a wicket like that was frustrating.
I guess after you got a couple of early wickets, you must have thought there was a faint chance there.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you always live in hope, but, 120 is not enough, and it's a very good cricket wicket, and the guys tried harder, and it was good to see Kyle Mills getting his first one-day wicket, so that was a plus for us.
All right, well, good luck in the final game then.
Thanks, Ian. Cheers.
All right, I'd like to call upon the Pakistan captain now, WAQAR YOUNIS. You said you wanted more consistency, 4 wins out of 4. You can't do any better than that.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm very happy the way the guys are playing, the way they're bowling, the way they're batting, the way they're fielding. And I'm very happy, and I hope we do the same in the final also.
It was a good comeback because they did get away to a pretty good start with Chris Nevin.
Yeah, that's true. They play really well. It's a pretty good track to bat on early on, so I think they play really well. But I always knew that the spinner's going to come on. It's going to be tough for them.
And young Sami, I thought he fought back well after taking a bit of stick early on.
Yeah, it's a bit too early for him. I mean, he's just newcomer in the game, so it's going to take a little time. But he came back really well. He bowled magnificently.
Inzamam, what did he want a sit-down meal at a restaurant tonight? He was in a hurry to finish it off, wasn't he?
I know, when you have a small total, it's not easy, but Inzamam showed it the way, and the way he played, I think he's in a great nick, and hopefully he'll do for us in the final also.
All right, well, good luck in the final. We'll see you then.
Thanks, Ian.
Righto, well, we've got the awards to the players now. Firstly, we have the Standard Chartered Boundary Bonanza worth $1,000. That's going to be presented by Mr. Sethu Venkataswaran, and it goes to Inzamam Al-Haq with 12 boundaries. Izzy, well played. You obviously like batting here.
Yeah, definitely, because this is a batting track, and when team out is only 130, and you have open chance. It's lovely to bat here.
And you wanted to finish it off quickly, no mistakes?
We try just 4 and 6s. That's it. We just want to practice.
And nice to do it in front of your family here. You got your wife and son?
Yes, my family is here. I'm really enjoying my family with wife and children.
Okay, very well done. Well played.
Thank you.
Inzamam Al-Haq with 12 boundaries. And now the Man of the Match award, and that's going to be presented by Mr. Haji Abdul Razak. ARY presenting a $1,000 check to the Man of the Match, and that is Saqlain Mushtaq. You look like you got a bit of a surprise to win it.
Yeah, that was a surprise for me, yeah.
Well, you thought Inzamam would get it, did you?
Yeah, I think so, because he played brilliantly, and, that was a marvelous, great innings. I thought that goes to Inzamam.
You bowled a little differently tonight. I know you had to bowl in the first 15 overs the other night, but you seem to throw them up in the air a little more tonight.
Yeah, because that wicket was looking me to a bit spin, so that's why I was giving a bit air on that track. Yeah.
And your form's pretty consistent? Happy with the form?
Yeah, I'm quite happy, and whenever I play, I always enjoy my cricket, and I play positive, which is the main thing.
All right, well, good luck in the final then.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, there's our man of the match, Sarklain Mushtaq, winning the award.